I've got to be able to do something with that, haven't I?
How do you make money for nothing?
I'm going to take one and be back for the other.
The answer could be hiding in the 30 million tonnes of household waste we throw out every year.
They're beautiful.
That's why entrepreneur Sarah Moore wants to get her hands on things before they hit the skin.
I'm a passionate user, maker and buyer of old stuff, and I've turned my passion into a money-making business. I make new stuff out of old stuff, and I sell it for profit.
And with some of the country's elite designers and makers,
You like to set a challenge for me, didn't you?
Nice.
she can transform her finds into desirable,
Isn't that clever?
valuable,
What an original piece of design.
and hopefully saleable items.
Oh, no way.
If Sarah is successful, then she can hand the profits back to the very people who had no idea there was cash to be made from their trash.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
Sarah's travelled to Surrey today to the delightful Whitley Recycling Centre.
Where other people see trash, I see profit. Making desirable items out of old rubbish is so satisfying.
She's on a mission to search out 3 items that can be transformed from trashed to treasured and hopefully make some money along the way too.
Pat Butcher.
Very becoming, Sarah. Before Sarah was let loose on the tip, she had to seek special permission to do so by those nice recycling centre owners.
There is nothing going through here that is going to escape me. I am not letting the good stuff hit that tip.
Speaking of the good stuff, it looks like Carl might have just that in the back of his Jeep.
Oh, now that is the best bootful I've seen all day.
Yeah, they're a bit tired, but
Are they yours?
my mum and dad's, yeah. So.
Fantastic. So do you think they bought them new or do you think they were...
I
they're heavy,
don't-
aren't they?
Yeah, I don't think they bought them brand new, because I think they've had them about 25 years. So.
Yeah, they look like they're sort of 1930s, 40s, something like that. So how many have you got?
6.
6?
Yeah.
Oh my word, it's my lucky day. Hold on, I'm going to line them up so they're out of the way.
Some people are very easily pleased.
They've got such a great look to them. It's such a shame the seats are going, but the tops look like they're salvageable, don't they?
This one is the worst one.
I don't know what's best to do with them in order to mend them, but I know somebody who takes on this kind of thing all the time. So they'll go to somewhere where we can really sort them out. I'm going to check one out. I bet they're comfortable as well, aren't
really
they?
Comfortable, yeah.
So they've got a nice new set of them.
Yeah, they have, yeah.
I'm so pleased for them because I get their old ones. That's amazing.
Yeah.
They've got fantastic style and a really good look to them, so I'm really pleased you're going to let me have them. Thanks so much.
Okay,
I really appreciate it. Okay, take care.
Cheers.
Sarah has taken on not 1, but 6 old battered chairs. The mind boggles. What does Carl think?
They're in a bit of a tired state, but yeah, apparently there's going to be something good happening to them, so I'm quite looking forward to see what happens.
You and me both, Carl.
These are absolutely cracking. There are 6 of them. They've got beautiful worn leather on the backs of them. Unfortunately, the seat pads are really deteriorated, but the style of these is amazing. It's bang on trend. We've got lovely pale grey and some limed oak coming down here on the legs. These are absolutely cracking.
Are they? Really? Never mind cracking, they look more cracked to me.
I know just the person who can restore those seats, and I'm going to be sitting on a pretty penny here.
Jay Blades is a builder turned philosophy graduate turned furniture restorer.
A couple of people have asked me, how do I describe my style? And personally, I don't know. I call myself a modern restorer, which basically means I restore furniture for a modern market.
Jay's passion is modern interior design. He specialises in reworking the very best of British craftsmanship and bringing it into the 21st century.
Someone did say to me once that your furniture makes me feel happy. So I used to call my furniture happy furniture. because it makes you smile. It adds a little bit of humour to your house. My style is definitely not boring. My style is definitely not run-of-the-mill.
Let's hope Jay can bring some of that eccentric charm to life on Sarah's 6 seats. Sarah has secured 1 item, but she has another 2 to find, and she has her own unique strategy.
Service? Any rubbish?
Remember, if it goes in there, it ain't coming out. Undeterred, Sarah's spotted something interesting in Rob's hatchback. Prepare yourself, Rob. Here she comes.
What have you got in the back there? Hello?
Hello there.
Hiya. What are they?
Some old detail from a property we owned before the one we're currently in.
Okay.
Lovely Victorian place, and we had to take a chimney out, and this was the detail above the cupboard.
Okay, so it was sort of. May I have a look at them? So tell me if I get. Was it an arch or that way?
Yeah. So
okay.
An arch above a lower cupboard with a shelf in the scap.
Aren't they cool?
Sarah's uncovered a wooden architrave. This architectural piece dates from the 19th century.
Fantastic. Would it be possible to get them all out and just have a quick look at them? So what do we think? Victorian detailed?
Yeah, I think the house was mid-1890s or so.
They definitely shouldn't go in the wood skip. There's something to be done with these, I'm sure, and I'd love to take them away and, have a think about something for them. Would that be okay?
Please do, yeah. I'd love to see them be made use of.
Those are fantastic. Thanks ever so much.
Pleasure.
Don't run off, Sarah. The carved detail in these pieces is well worth preserving, and Sarah can see a pleasurable amount of profit in those Victorian offcuts. What about Rob?
It will be a lovely piece of timber if someone takes the time to strip it. It'd be nice if someone could get creative and make a nice piece that someone else can benefit from.
Look at those. They are so beautiful. Things like this just don't grow on trees, especially at tips. Architectural detailing like that has a value in its own right.
Sarah's got just a man in mind to help her maximise the potential value in this special find. Daniel Heath has a passion for all things sustainable. An award-winning wallpaper and textile designer, Daniel loves adding an artistic flair to reclaimed materials to create made-to-order furniture and contemporary design pieces.
I've always been interested in drawing. I've always drawn things from a very young age. Used to watch wildlife programmes and come away and draw the animals. I guess I always wanted to be able to apply those drawings to something. So the roots were graphic design or textiles, and it's actually meant that I've been able to take my imagery and put it on all sorts of different things, and it's been really good fun doing that.
How is Dan going to transfer his skills onto those old Victorian architraves? 2 down and 1 to go then. This time Sarah's searching for her own money maker.
I'll take on most things for recycling, but I'm not going there.
Beggars can't be choosers, Sarah. Thankfully, Philippa's bringing out a slightly more hygienic seat from the back of her car.
Hi there. I really like your chairs. Are they going in or are they going back?
Well, I'm hoping they go through the recycling.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you had them long?
I've had them for about 4 or 5 years.
The Bellini chair.
The Bellini chair, that's
The
right.
yellow.
You can actually buy some of them. They look quite good in the kitchen.
Yeah, they're really lovely.
The Bellini chair is something of a design classic in the world of chairs. It's named after its designer, Mario Bellini. There you go, bit of chair history for you.
I think you might have found a new home for your chairs if you're definitely throwing them. So do you paint?
Yes, I do. I'm an artist, so yes. So they've been in my studio, and I thought now's the time to, if they could go to a good home.
Yeah, well, I think I'd love to take them away because, and especially if the paint on them I find quite inspiring. Maybe we'll make them really colourful or something like that. If I do manage to recycle them, is it possible to come and show you what I've done?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah?
I'd love to see.
Lovely. Well, I'm inspired by the paint on them. Thank you so much. So they look quite cool, don't they? This is classic 1990s sort of shape. when everybody had a studio-style apartment and wanted to have something cool and bright white. And they've got a maker's mark on the bottom, I think, made by Hella in 1998, so quite old. They look like Philip Stark used to make some great furniture like this.
I think she means to say Philippe Stark, the French designer and architect.
They're going to need a magic makeover to make some money, and somehow I've got to cover up those paint marks.
So that's 3 items collected by Sarah. Jay will try to reinvigorate Carl's 6 chairs. Daniel will hope Rob's architraves aren't too much of a learning curve. And Sarah's got Philippa's chairs to reimagine.
It's been crazy busy times here at Whitley, and with some fantastic items saved and primed for transformation, I'm confident I'm going to make some money for nothing.
The vibrant city of Wolverhampton in the West Midlands is where Jay Blades plies his trade. It's quality furniture made of quality wood that really gets Jay excited. Well, it would, wouldn't it?
So, Sarah's going to be coming in a minute. Hopefully she's going to bring me something nice. And when she does, I'll see if I can work my magic on it again.
You'll need your wizard's hat on for this one, Jay.
I love these chairs. It's not often that you find a set that turns up in the tip, and such a stylish one is a really rare thing. I'm hoping Jay can give them a sympathetic update that keeps all of their original qualities but gives them something special. I need a hand getting them in.
Say no more, Jay's your man.
Yeah, they're definitely special.
Oh, he sounds keen.
So what do you think?
I think these are quality, tip-top quality.
They were certainly top of the tip.
These were going to be thrown away?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Well, I'm really pleased I happened to be there on the day that these turned up, because there were 6 of them a set.
Yeah.
They're in good nick, apart from the obvious seat problem.
Yeah. I don't know who's made these, but these are really a joy. These are really, really beautiful.
Jay's really taken with the quality construction of the oak chairs, but how would he restore them?
Now, I know you're a man with your own ideas, so come on, what would you do?
I have too many ideas. That's my problem. We should be able to bring them back to the 21st century and bring them up to date and really give them a beautiful punch.
Is it possible at this stage that you can pluck a figure out what you think to refurbish the whole lot? It's probably really difficult to put a figure on it without knowing exactly what they are, so
Yeah.
do you want to come back to me when you've had a chance to do a bit of research and we can make a plan about which direction they're going in?
Yeah, I'd feel a lot more comfortable if I just do a little bit of research and a little bit of taking apart.
I'm really happy to leave them in your hands. I know that you're going to do right by them.
Sarah is taking a massive risk here. She's leaving Jay with a big job that has no plan to speak of and no budget agreed.
So Jay has got a bit of work to do researching those chairs before he decides exactly what is the best path for them. But I know they're in really safe hands, and I'm hoping that when he updates them, they'll be even more valuable.
I cannot wait to start dissecting them. I don't know what I'm going to put on there until I've taken them apart, because then the chairs will reveal themselves to me. Once the wood has been fully restored and we've glued things back, then it will say to me, this is what I need you to put onto me. And I cannot do that until they're naked. And at the moment, they're fully dressed.
Sarah will have to wait until Jay's done his detective work on the 6 chairs to find out what that little lot might cost her. But with no clear brief or budget, will this project spiral out of control? Back in 1885, the famous market here in the East London area of Walthamstow opened. Today, designer Daniel Heath works locally and he's waiting for Sarah to pop up the old apples and pears and pay a visit to his studio.
So he's obviously collected an item. I'm excited to, and slightly in anticipation of seeing what's going to arrive.
So you should be, Daniel. Sarah's on her way with her bits of 19th century wooden detailing.
Well, those old bits of Victorian architrave might be a bit messy, but cleaned up, they could make something really fabulous. I'm hoping for some sort of console table, something that shows off all their lovely decoration and detail. Daniel's the man to make that happen.
Ooh. Oh, they look interesting.
I'm really excited about these. I think
Yeah.
they've got heaps of potential. Look at them.
Right, okay, yeah, that's nice.
pretty strong Victorian styling on them, isn't there?
Yeah, they're quite nice things as they are.
Sarah's initial idea was to transform the architectural oddments into some kind of a table. But design brain Daniel might have other ideas.
Whatever it is that we do, you kind of want to see, all of them. You don't want to hide away any of the detail. And I think maybe if there's a tabletop on top, they're kind of underneath. So I think they can go together in some way, can't they? I just try this. I think, how big is the... Oh, right, OK, it's really quite substantial if we put them all together.
I know what you're going to say.
Wow, OK.
It's a corner bath, isn't it?
Jacuzzi!
No, it's not.
It's a massive mirror.
It's a massive mirror, yeah. It's a real statement piece.
The killer idea. That's
Yeah.
genius. I'm blown away.
I'm just thinking it's going to be a huge, huge piece, and it's going to really increase the value.
Daniel has completely reimagined the cornices into a huge mirror frame. He may also engrave the mirrored glass with a pattern of his own design.
I have some beautiful birds that we can put swooping in and various foliage.
I think that sounds beautiful, and I'm thinking I'm going to have to pay up to have something like that created.
I think we're talking about £500 to £600, and the main cost will be actually the glass, the mirror, and the engraving of a piece of that size.
OK, well, I think if it comes out anywhere close to how I'm imagining it, it's going to be a very beautiful thing. I hope it goes well. Don't break any mirrors, because I want to be lucky on this one, all right?
OK.
Enjoy
Thanks,
yourself.
Sarah. Cheers. This is a huge mirror. It'd be one of the biggest that we've done. So it does have its challenges, and making sure the whole thing comes together without any hitches.
So, let's just hope Daniel can manage to keep his enormous project in one piece. It'll need to be something special to make a profit on that £600 budget. From the urban jungle of Walthamstow to the tranquil surroundings of the Sussex countryside, where Sarah is at home preparing to take on the 2 designer chairs.
These would have been absolutely bang on trend in about 1995, I reckon. But I have got a really pretty idea for them that I think is going to make them look springy and expensive.
Oh yeah? Don't keep us in suspense then, Sarah.
My plan is give them a quick wash up, then drill tiny little holes all the way through them. You with me? Like a grid of them across the back, and stitch on pretty little hand-cut flowers all the way over it, so it looks somewhere a cross between one of those kind of swimming hats that people wore in the 50s and a wedding cake. Sounds brilliant, doesn't it? Inspired, I thought.
Yeah, who doesn't want a chair that looks a bit like a wedding cake crossed with an old lady's swimming cap? Bash on.
I've got some felt here in lots of different colours, and I need to just pick out a palette that is subtle but still quite bright. That's horrible.
Sarah's using sheets of a top-quality wool felt to fashion the flowers she plans to stitch all over the chair.
Definitely a bit of white. All of those greens, great.
She's picked her colours, but the size of this job is starting to dawn on her.
I hope it's going to look absolutely fantastic. I can't imagine I'm going to get round to doing 2, though. 1 amazing chair. Great.
1 chair it is then, but cutting out enough felt flowers to cover even 1 is going to be a challenge.
Right, let's get cutting.
Goodness, look at her go! Makes you tired just watching it, doesn't it? She's a hard worker, that Sarah.
I am now a flower cutting genius. I'm really good at this.
So you should be. Sarah's work doesn't stop there, though. She drills holes in the chair through which she will later attach the fine felt beauties.
Nice.
Then outside, she spray paints it green. Really? Green? I think Banksy can rest easy.
Am I green?
You're not half as green as, well, more cabbage looking. But once the chair is back inside...
I don't think the green is working. I've tried a bit of grey on here on the spare one, and do you know something? It's just not dark enough, so I am boldly going to go to black. I just think the flowers are going to look so much nicer on a really dark, bold surface. And it doesn't get any darker than this.
Oh, after all that, she's going to paint it black. Fickle, ain't she? So far, she's spent £25 on the woolen felt and that tin of black paint. With plans ever changing, Sarah has a long way to go before that's saleable. Back to the West Midlands now, and the city of Wolverhampton, home to master restorer Jay Blades, who can't wait to get going.
Sarah dropped off these beautiful oak chairs. Absolutely beautiful.
Jay's a big fan of these quality handmade chairs, which probably date from the 1940s.
My job today is just to remove stuff really carefully.
Yep, this is going to be a real labour of love for Jay. He's going to re-upholster all 6 chairs whilst maintaining their original handmade features. Good luck, Jay.
So enough with the talking. Let's get stripping.
Well, hey.
The chair, not me.
Oh, I see, sorry. Jay gets down to removing the tacks which secure the chair's piping with the appropriately named tack lifting tool. And it's not long before he spots a piece of impressive craftsmanship.
That's amazing. They've actually stitched, and it looks like they've hand-stitched underneath here the leather. Now that in itself, come on, who does that in this day and age? That is just sheer craftsmanship. Everything that I discover about the chairs will then be reflected back into the chair and how I work with it, the fabric I choose, and also ultimately the price. But I don't want to outprice either myself or Sarah, who's then going to sell these on.
The challenge for Jay is to comprehensively modernise the chairs whilst keeping an eye on his labour costs. He hasn't yet agreed a budget with Sarah, and she'll want to stand a chance of turning a profit. He gets straight to work removing the chair's old disintegrating coverings, supporting webbings and stuffing, all of which need to be replaced. With that done, Jay starts building a chair back up.
But put new webbing on there.
He's using a tool called a webbing stretcher to make sure the seat base is taut.
Doing webbing is very similar to tuning a fine instrument. You have to get it where it makes a really lovely sound, because basically the webbing is the foundation that's going to hold all of the seat in place for the next 50 to 100 years, hopefully.
Once Jay's fitted the new webbing, he still has to work out how he'll cover them.
The chair is really, really cool. It's a beautiful form chair.
Yeah, we know you love them, Jay, but there's loads of work to do and still no word on the budget. Will he be able to deliver 6 sympathetically restored and re-upholstered chairs that Sarah will be able to make some profit on? Back in Walthamstow, Daniel and his assistant Laura are about to get to grips with the bits of Victorian architrave.
What new skills am I going to have to learn today in order to make this work?
He sounds a bit nervous. Let's just hope he hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
We've made a start on stripping them back, and what the intention will be is to join them together to make a huge frame for a mirror. So we're just going to strip down these other 2.
The heat is on for Daniel and Laura as they get down to stripping the chipped layer of gloss paint from the wood beneath using heat guns. Dan also removes any old nails in the architrave and the ornate ends which he hopes to include in the finished item.
That wasn't too bad.
Nice.
He has to be careful using a heat gun, especially on soft pine like this. Too much heat and your wood could burn and, well, I'll let Dan explain the other problem.
I was a bit overzealous with the scraping. and scraped off a little bit of wood. I have to take it easy for now.
Careful, Dan, you don't want to make any more holes. He'll fill in any gaps in the wood later with a colour-matching wood filler to help create a smooth finish.
All right, not far to go on this one.
With the wood stripped, it's time for Daniel to start fitting those huge pieces together.
Now, the risk is, with these arches, is that they won't be completely identical. So I might need to see how they marry up, basically, once I've joined these two together, and see if I need to make any adjustments in order to make it fit all the way round.
Sounds simple enough, but Daniel's a print designer, not a carpenter. This is all new territory.
I hope my measurements are accurate enough.
Me too, Dan. He's carefully drilling holes into each arch end, into which he places dowels.
I'm just going to hammer them in with some glue on the end, some wood glue on the end, and then bring those pieces together, and they should marry up quite well.
If he's done his measuring right, these will hopefully match up and secure with the corresponding architrave corner, which in turn will create a frame for the huge mirror he hopes to eventually fit.
Okay, this is proving a little bit more tricky than I'd hoped. As we can see, this is flat on the table, so it needs to be square, and these are not marrying up square because they're not cut straight.
And that won't do for a perfectionist like our Daniel.
So I'm going to take these apart, and I'm just going to sand them, and I'm just going to get them both completely at right angles so that they'll marry up.
To get the joint flush, Daniel's going to use his workshop's industrial sanding disc. It's a powerful tool, but can it create the perfect fit he's looking for?
It's not bad. I think it's just about there. I think I'm just going to have to go for it.
You certainly do. That's still a long way from the perfect, polished and expensive mirror he's promised Sarah. Back in Sussex, Sarah and glamorous assistant Bramble are putting the finishing touches to the designer chair she rescued from the tip.
That's finished. All I need to do now is sell it.
When she found it, it was dated and dull, but now Sarah's worked her socks off to reimagine the chair into a work of art in its own right. After drilling small holes through the seat and back of the chair, Sarah sewed on the individually cut felt flowers. It's intricate work, and Sarah has transformed this chair from a piece of furniture in a corner of a studio into the main attraction.
So it was a stylish but quite harsh plastic chair. Now it's covered in a profusion of flowers. I'm really pleased with it. I think it looks so different, and I love flowers.
Sarah met Philippa and her pair of designer chairs at the recycling centre.
Have you had them long?
I've had them for about 4 or 5 years.
Thankfully, Philippa was happy for Sarah to take them away.
I think you might have found a new home for your chairs if you're definitely throwing them.
Sarah worked her creative magic on one of the chairs, and it was snapped up by online vintage and retro dealers Smithers of Stamford, run by husband and wife team Nick and Kim.
This must have taken Sarah hours.
So, on a bit of a wet day, it's time for Sarah to report back to artist Philippa and her 3 girls, Helena, Alice and Iona.
Hi there. Hello, nice to see you again. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Are you coming out too?
Yeah.
You're going to come and see what happened to your chairs?
Yeah, really excited.
Are you? Any ideas what we might have done with them? Have you thought about it?
I'm not sure. They've taken all the paint off, made it look a bit smarter.
Do you want to see some pictures?
Yes, please.
Okay, so this is probably how you remember them, with the paint bits on them. And I actually only worked on one because it took me quite a long time. So it ended up like this.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
That's amazing.
good reaction.
That
Thank
is
you.
incredible.
So there's a couple more pictures I can show you.
Oh my gosh.
So I cut out lots and lots and lots of flowers, and I cut them all out by hand, so they were all different.
Thank you.
So I did manage to sell it at a profit, and I've got a little bit of money here for you. £65 here for you.
Oh my
For your chair.
goodness. Oh, thank you.
Anything that springs to mind that you might do with that?
Gosh, I'd buy some artist materials.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Well, it was an absolute pleasure. So
Thank you.
for your enthusiasm, and I hope it was the right thing to do with the chair.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, well, lovely.
I was really excited.
Oh, really?
actually.
Oh, well, it was great.
The profits from Sarah's creative endeavour will go into creating more artwork. Marvellous.
Thank you.
Sarah spent £25 on felt and paint in order to transform one of the chairs. She sold it for £90, leaving £65 to hand over to Philippa and family. That's Sarah's chair producing a profit. Now it's time to head back to Wolverhampton to see what Jay's been up to with those 6 heavy hitters. Now, if I remember right, Sarah wanted to keep things simple. But knowing Jay... Oh, what's that?
Sarah probably wanted me to do more of a classical kind of restoration on them. I haven't gone as mad as I normally would go, but I've done something that's really tasteful, I believe. They're probably some of the best work I've ever produced.
That sounds encouraging, but is it the most expensive work you've ever produced?
I was keen for some sympathetic restoration, but I think Jay might have had other ideas. So I'm really excited to see what he's done with them and to find out what the budget is.
When Sarah saved them, they were really showing their age. But now Jay has, well, done what Jay does best. The simple restoration has turned into an explosion of elegant colour and design. Jay upholstered 4 with a lovely butterfly fabric, and the 2 bigger ones have now got a cosy tartan look. All 6 have been expertly restored, but with that modern Jay Blades attitude.
I can't wait to see what you've been up to.
Yeah, come and have a look.
Oh, my word. Don't they look different?
They
How
do.
are you doing?
I'm very good.
So talk me through the carvers in different materials.
The carvers are in different material because we've got an orange, the orange that matches up to the butterflies.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, I didn't use the same material because I thought it would have been a little bit overkill, and it isn't my kind of style actually to do everything all of the same. I always have to have a little bit of a twist, and the twist is the carvers.
They have a lovely feeling to them. They're really well done. So talk me through it. A bit of velvet on the back?
Velvet on the back to marry them all up.
Yep.
So they've all got that. The only problem that I had was, I don't know if you remember the piping that we had on there,
Yeah.
which was in leather.
Unfortunately, Jay wasn't able to use the hand-stitched original piping that he loved so much. When it got down to brass tacks, the brass and the tacks were too old to reuse.
So did you try and reattach them?
Yeah, about 50 times.
Even without the piping, the chairs certainly get Sarah's mark of approval. Now, how about that budget?
What they come out at is about £130, 135 each chair.
135. So at that kind of price, I'm going to need to place them somewhere where they get the right exposure.
Well, funny you should say that. Even though they're individual and they've cost a bit, we found a buyer and we're definitely going to be in profit. And she wants to buy all of them. She doesn't just want to buy 1 or 2, she wants to buy all of them.
I can't believe it. So you do the work and you sell them?
Yes!
Crikey, what a service. Jay's friend and sometime client snapped up the chairs before Sarah even had a chance to see them.
Thank you so much for taking them
problem.
on and and selling them as well.
No problem.
Massive achievement.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
You take care now.
Ah, Jay, what a ledge. How are you feeling after that?
To tell the truth, I'm really chuffed with the chairs. Chuffed with the chairs and sold the chairs. So I'm a happy bumblebee right about now.
Are bees particularly happy?
Oh, now that is the best bootful I've seen all day.
Sarah was lucky enough to spot Carl at his mum and dad's old chairs.
I think they've had them about 25 years.
Sarah couldn't contain her excitement.
Oh my word, it's my lucky day.
And Carl was just happy to get rid of them.
I'm quite looking forward to see what happens.
Bloomin' J Blades is what happened. Not only did he give them a fancy makeover, but he sold them too. Sarah's travelled to Surrey to meet up with Carl once more, but how much profit can she hand over?
Hi, Carl. How are you doing?
Nice to see you. Yeah, good, thank you.
Nice to see you too. So is this where those chairs
It
came
is,
from?
yeah.
You've had them and grown up with them, haven't you?
I have, yeah. My mum and dad had them sort of a year before I was born, so...
Okay,
yeah,
so they've got
pretty much
some...
my whole life, yeah.
They've definitely got some age to them then.
Yeah, they have, yeah.
I don't know if you thought what we might do with them after we took them away.
Well, I thought you, I don't know, really, may have just recovered them or something, but I don't know.
Well, we did a lot of research on your chairs, actually. We couldn't find an established maker who made them.
Right.
So they went to Northampton to a guy called J Blades. I've got some pictures to show you what he did to them.
Excellent.
So they now look...
Wow, yeah. Different.
Different.
Yeah, I mean, definitely changed them up a bit, but yeah, they look great, I think, yeah.
Somebody completely fell in love with them and they bought them.
Oh, okay.
There's profit to be shared.
Oh,
in fact,
okay, great.
I've got just a little bit here for you.
Great.
I have got £240 profit.
Whoa, that's amazing, yeah. For something we were going to throw away. That's great.
What are you going to do with that?
Well, I think it'll go back to my mum, because she's looking for some replacement chairs now, so yeah, probably go towards them. Great.
Really appreciate you dropping them
No
off.
problem.
And it was
Thank you
great
very
to
much.
catch up.
Cheers,
Okay,
thanks,
bye-bye.
bye.
Jay pulled it out the bag. Having cost £810 to do them up, he then sold them for a cracking £1,050, giving Carl and his mum £240 to invest in a new set of chairs to replace those old ones. Back in Walthamstow, Daniel has put the final shine on the Victorian architrave, which has become a massive mirror.
I'm really excited to show Sarah this mirror because it's quite a big one. Yeah, pretty excited.
And on reflection, Sarah's very keen to see it too.
I am truly excited to see what Daniel's done with our old architrave. I think this item is going to be stunning.
When Sarah dropped them off, these bits of 19th century woodwork were chipped, cobwebbed and destined for dereliction. Thanks to Daniel's design genius, they've now become a stylish mirror ready to grace the very grandest of rooms. The old bits of carving now form a graceful frame for the massive mirror within, which has been delicately engraved with Daniel's own print design. The original floral details in the architrave have been retained, reflecting the new item's origins and adding a hint of trendy, distressed detail to a very polished piece.
Daniel, it is amazing.
Thank you, thank you.
I work with a lot of different people and I'm lucky enough to see some pretty stunning things, but honestly, Daniel, this is just amazing. These things were, you know, nearly in the tip, and look what you've done. It is genuinely a stunning piece, really. I'm so proud of you for doing that. I can't believe how beautifully these have come up.
Yeah.
Talk me through the etching on it, because it's just lovely.
Well, the etching, I didn't want it to cover it completely because people always want mirrors to be functional in some way, but we had so much room to play with, so I thought two J's, one swooping in from one side and one perched on the other, was just enough to give it a little bit of narrative and storytelling.
I think whoever ends up owning this, and I have to say, unfortunately, it can't be me, because I would really like this. They're going to be really lucky. It's a beautiful piece.
Sarah left Daniel with a top budget of £600, and not surprisingly, he used every penny. But the craftsmanship is definitely reflected in the final piece, and hopefully also in its resale value.
I would put such a high price on this, because I think it's absolutely lovely. I think it's so original, and what you've done with what you had and what you've done, you know, the whole thing, what you've done is lovely. And I want to see this making a lot of money, and I'd love to be handing back a big profit to the guy who dropped the architrave off, because it should sell well, shouldn't it?
It should do, yeah, yeah.
Sarah is delighted with the massive mirror. Well done, Dan.
Well, I had high hopes for that mirror, but even I was surprised how absolutely amazing it looks. That is a total winner.
Sarah's eyes lit up when she spotted Rob's Victorian bootful.
What have you got in the back there?
And Rob was delighted to see them rescued.
I love to see them be made use of.
Rob's luck was in because Sarah was more than happy to oblige.
Something to be done with these, I'm sure.
She wasn't wrong. The architraves were completely reimagined and Sarah was on a mission to find the mirror a new home. She hosted a pop-up sale in her barn and put it out on sale. Sarah also tried listing it on online sites including eBay, Etsy and social media. But were there any takers? Sarah's off to see Rob to tell him what became of his architraves. Since they met, Rob's relocated to North Berwick in the east of Scotland.
Hi there, hello.
Hello again.
How are you doing?
Very well, nice to see you.
Yeah, and you. I met you in Godalming.
That's right.
And you were on the move to here, isn't this fantastic?
We've changed a bit, but yes, now we're east coast of Scotland.
Absolutely stunning.
On a day like this, yes.
You had held on to your architrave for quite a while, hadn't you?
I had. I'd already moved one property and then it came to another big move, and whilst I didn't want to lose them, I hadn't used them then, and it just felt it's a bit of a stretch to take them to Scotland again.
What were you going to do with it if you'd used it?
I never knew. I mean, I enjoy doing up properties, and I just thought they might slip in somewhere in a subtle way, but I never would have made something creative out of them. It just would have been a little prop for a shelf or something of the sort.
I took it along to a guy called Daniel Heath, who is this fantastic surface pattern designer. I've got some pictures here to show you what he did. I hope you approve. Here is your architrave turned into the biggest mirror.
That is stunning, isn't it? You can completely see what it originally was, but repurposed beautifully. I love it, absolutely love it. I mean, that's brilliant that you've got people you know that are that skillful to produce wonderful things from something that I had no purpose for. So, fantastic, love it.
It's still for sale, and it is one of those things that I need to get lots of people to go past it because it's going to be a big investment piece. When it does find a home, I'm going to be back in touch, hopefully brandishing some profit for you.
Wow, well, you never expect that, but that'd be lovely. We've got a lot of work to do on a new house, so anything's a help, but I just love seeing it repurposed and go in someone's home. That'd be fantastic. Well done. Great work.
Excellent.
Thanks ever so much.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.
With Daniel's labour costs coming in on budget of £600 and the mirror yet to sell, it does mean we may have a loss of £600. But I've got a feeling it won't be long before it's snapped up and we can return any profit to Rob. Thanks to Sarah, 3 items have been rescued from the rubbish. The dated designer chairs became fabulous and floral. The Victorian architraves went from tip to terrific when they became a stunning mirror. And the 6 dining chairs have now been transformed into funky furniture.
It is just brilliant when taking a chance on something from the tip really pays off, because we had 3 great transformations and made loads of profit, and it's handing over that money for nothing that makes it even more worthwhile.